This not the good old days from Sierra Network, and we want for chuk small how we been start this program because for a reason we get Kefala Kamara we say from when born now the same thing no more na salon nothing good to talk about. And just no, after we don't play certain songs, then himself we don't dance small. You don't blame him, daddy. I hope saying daddy no go hear this. Because I say, during then same then day, some of we daddy them no be they think about the future. Hey, na so Kefala say. But today, I come with a special guest. We can talk small, but soccer, football, then ten and day. Because for one reason, you see, say we get Real Republican in Bombali district. One part the old pictures they will find from old photos Sierra Leone group we share, and you they see I'm right now as we dey talk. So we get a special guest, Winston Crispin Weber. We na man we dey inside Sports Tranga 1 and a man we dey inside the media business Tranga 1. And he be one for confirm to we say that particular game day, he been did it. And right now, the glady day inside Sierra Leoneans them for Leone Stars, then qualifying to Nations Cup. We go yonder, but not to that way they want begin. We dey bring come Winston Weber, make it take we way back into time. Sports, that game day, how we been look like today. Welcome on the good old days on Sierra Network Radio, Winston Crispin Weber. Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I mean, this picture catch me eye. As you can see now, Real Republicans nil, Bombali District nil. The match not started. So that game day can be any time between, at the time for scale and down, any time between 1987 and 1992. You know, I've been manager 1984. Why I say that? Now because that in day, when we get home and away, would be include district teams them, one of which na Bombali. As you can see now the scoreboard, lights been there. You see the scoreboard lights. Where somebody talk about the good old days, everything good. Then I'll be one good till you see the thing there. You see, one thing I know is we Republicans, for some reason, we not be able Bombali. So I'm certain that whatever time that match they play, how you see show not so now so it end. It will must end up and draw game. I remember Bombali. When we can go play the return match now with some grounds. If you see we score and them, that they are go land, what do for we call it now land, that word in with some grounds. When they say try and gate, that means say una lock the gate.
The gate, hang it.
As you score from Bombali, then lock that gate pa. Outside for pass. Yes. We don't go play Bombali now with some grounds. Like because that scoreboard there smile. But the score offside goal per way. The referee is so glad that the referee began a goal. Then they say referee blow the whistle. The referee there a goal. They say, Lord have mercy.
That's not the Bombali district and Real Republicans.
And Real Republicans.
Okay.
Now Usum Grounds, I'm McKinney. I think in some Terry, the midfielder, and they run after the referee. He said referee blow you whistle. Referee they run there a goal. You know, I mean the fun. But honestly, what bring me attention not to just the game. I just remember the atmosphere back in the stadium. You understand?
Yeah.
And the whole way football been played. And of course, the Real Republicans we know that again. But that stadium day, for me, my best time, well, apart from church, my best time na salo na stadium. Now because I just come out it, no it send it. When you talk to me, so I didn't quarantine because I just come. I go to the stadium. You know, the stadium be mean a lot to we all. You understand? We go to a stadium day, and that I seen and ask about we give me the attention, for continue for watch the program. For come back
So
to the game, we call it.
I want to ask from Tim. Now, so Salon people don't like football, don't like soccer.
My brother not from Temo.
Okay.
You see, I know me to it. I don't know your age, but I don't know if you sabi railway compound. Now you see, all side the way football field in the eastern you will get railway compound.
Railway compound, not to Klein Town yonder.
Now they because
Yes.
you get railway, we get railway, so don't get compound, we get football field, right? Then you get Frobe field. Then the Frobe community field. I think that is still there.
Yes, it is.
Right. Then we were born at Central. We get Fire Force is still there. Then we get Parade. You understand? So you don't get for accept Usai Junior Parade pulling him and all the team them, right? Congo Market get them field, Brookfield get them field, Mauriton get them field. All them side of the bigger league. So if I answer a question, oh yes. Well, after me, when look the love for football is still there.
Okay.
And it's still there, my brother. You got to tell me, and well, I'm not a politician, but they put politics aside. You got to tell me who stand last to see the one at Marabu so na Freetown. The crowd.
That's true.
Tego Stadium, no security. I was there. I was in Freetown. Right? Then they go to State House. The Sojamano lock the gate. You see when I open the gates. Yes. You see, football na magic na Salonsa. Na magic. And I'm glad we qualify go Nations Cup. Of course, me be assistant team manager at Leone Stars, the first to qualify for Nations Cup in 1994. But 93 win Zone 2, 94 we go to use our Nations Cup. So yes. And when I see the stadium, you make her feel good. Not just the Republicans Bombali, but Bombali in the match we never talk about. Then we get strong side. I remember people like Karakstein, Tom Terry, Miguel Abdul Mokni, all them players they play for Leone Stars. Yes.
So when Bombali district, the name for the team change.
So Wusum Stars.
Yes.
That's an interesting point. You see, when they get FA Cup, that's the thing called we just remember I said give me short notice for somebody's match.
Yes, I know.
During the league, a good point. During the league, the Queen Corner Premier League, who get Division 1, who can make them home and away. During the league, now Wusum Stars them in them. But when after the league, just like maybe England, when we get the FA Cup competition and we get what a competition at Telegram Cup competition, then they fall to district level. You understand?
Yes,
then Wusum Stars becomes Bombali district, then Baibu Warriors become Potloko district.
Local district, okay.
That make believe say that could have been FA Cup competition. And one interesting point I want to tell you for the FA Cup competition day, and perhaps why they can change the name to Bombali district, you go find out, say, when it comes to FA Cup, I know say don't change now. Then if you get Winston Weber where they play for Republicans, but now McKinney come out, when FA Cup card, they left Republicans, I go play for the district team.
Okay.
So it can become difficult for make we beat as we may call in the upline team because all man they go play, for in this
Usai
yes.
Yes.
Would I come out Blackpool? Got for instance, Tom Terry at one point they play for Blackpool, but when they play FA Cup, as you see Bombali, you not go see Tom Terry they play for Blackpool for FA Cup, they play for Bombali. Yes. So now I make a feel say that a good point to be. I feel say that one will be FA Cup competition in then days then day. Yes.
So then there's among the team them na the provinces, which one will be the Tranga one?
Bombali always stronger. I think so because of the closeness. I'll put on closeness in football between Freetown and McKinney. You understand? You always when they get players them from McKinney, they can play for Blackpool and Easter Lions. You see, then after a while, we got man Mr. Demba Art. na Kenema, he begin build up Kenema. You see, Kenema and Kono, they always get the own rivalry for football na the East. You understand? So when the Barak begin support I believe na Kenema, yes, Cambo Eagles, then Kono serve the cup. So in terms of the question, I believe the first I be Bombali, then I think Potloko follow suit by Boer Warriors. Because we get SI Chroma when I'm vice president. I mean, he get a boost. Yes, in that order, then Bo, you know, Bo, Kakwa Rangers, they always get fine young footballers them from both school, you know, the Bo government school and from CKC, and we will always feature them. For answer your question, as far as I can remember, some stars they be always difficult. They be always difficult for go play na Bombali because they lock gates for now. Only they for be college to go play na Bombali. Even for now they lock gates for we. I don't think they go laugh or they make when that's true. That's how gates in the first team in our land. Yeah, you know say they don't lock the gates.
We know say everybody gets outside the support because some man they say then tend the na be Kono na him be get strong team. Other person say that na James Stevens and Musa Conte he say let you not forget Cambo Eagles so then save them be Tranga then tend the. But maybe they ask for the way Tranga. So you don't answer. We say then the na be Bombali district, na then like the Wosum Stars, then na then be date Tranga one day then. But from McKinney to Freetown, then Potloko we get Bible Warriors to Freetown. You go feel say Potloko go get more people than McKinney. Was it because maybe McKinney in bigger than Potloko?
Well, no, what thing can happen is that I don't know, in fact, at this time, how Potloko football filter. With all due respect to me, Paddy, they will come up Potloko, you understand?
Yeah.
So, whereas with some grounds, we don't get that stadium there for some time. Of course, Bo, there we don't got coronation grounds from 1961 with the Queen Cam. I don't know if you don't born that Sunday. I mean, they call them coronation grounds. You understand? So, the facility being get for help, Wusum, and with Connor, yes, Kono coming, I can tell you, Kono coming. We will get. I mean, the politicians they be always sponsor football them, you know, and it was good. When President Momo came, this is not politics. Let me form one group where we name Miada, Men in Action for Development in something like that. You understand? So they get gala them. Nothing not be sweet na stadium like Miada gala. My brother, Miara Gala, in the beginning 4 o'clock, then they make a knockout. We they watch, so tell all the team there 5 matches. In the beginning 5 o'clock, it don't midnight. Ask anybody. Right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and put scope. So all them team, this 3 team them they can Kono, Potloko, this and that. You know. So I think Kabbalah will be don't care. I think we'll be getting 6 or 7 not then and go up now in Kabbalah or whatever. I get family Kabbalah, so no feels against Kabbalah. So yes, in the 80s. Oh, yes, I know this is possible to talk. In fact, now that's up yourself. Bob, when we begin get them Miada Galadi under this men in action, we've been championed by Brigadier Momo, even before he become president. Yes, Konogo final, Diamond Stars. This possibly talking correct. 1 year the way Diamond Stars, yes, James Stevens, I agree with you. 1 year the way Diamond Stars just boss.
He said then go get players then from Guinea.
But the fact is they kind of win. They win the championship. 1 year the Diamond Stars win all team. Yes, James, you're right. Yes. Oh, James Stevens all about is the best. When I don't pull a signature from Guinea. Well, maybe now I understand. Paddy and Faisa Tripoli. Kono can boss for we under ya. Let me get hey. Now we could call them keeper Tower. Now in the coaching goalkeeper now na Leone Stars keeper Tower. I think say good smile said I'm a young man. Yes. James Stevens go agree. That's when the way they win so na Tower na been a goalkeeper. He did very well. Yes, not true. Yes, Diamond Stars. They're not in Kono, they're in Diamond Stars.
How hard it is then tending day with all them players here from different team for they pick the national team. How hard it been be then tending day?
Oh, we be fine and easy, but Oh, them they cost me. Oh, me they picked him.
Because then they say una be they take bribe all. Like players, then they give money. Then they, like for travel, then they give una them per diem and then thing. So how hard it be me then?
Then the other one back. If you don't put the player, they go say because you're the player, and don't bracket to the same girlfriend. So that's it'll be easy. How will you manage? Well, you don't in the game, say whatever happens, maximum of 22 players, they can down to maybe 16 or 18, but 11 man gonna fit. The very difficult. Now when man we call the foreign base and home base, you understand?
Yes.
Honestly, in the time, even to zone 2, we can get the 2-3 days before the competition, we say foreign base against home base at the stadium. All the one they were member, the home base, they beat the foreign base. Well, how you go justify now the majority of the players then even onto zone 2 are foreign base? But that's what they do, But you never win. Some man they buy a return ticket to the camp play for salon. That's another man they come for play for salon. The one they come out abroad foreign base for camp play for salon. Then they pass 11 in the first place. Then they pass 11.
And then they buy the tickets, some of them, and then they buy the tickets camp.
Well, one time, even at the way now, all man are in the buying tickets right now. We don't leave that in order for them. When for go back now, also we'll balancing in camp, but could they go back? They know they get reimbursement. You understand? Government can they play games now. Government will tell you say National Sports Council will tell you say na slapper. It's all that about what they do, so we don't go with them. But anyway, and that side that brother say nothing, not change. Something happen. But yes, they buy the ticket camp for up to the whole win zone 2. Maybe the third one for Go Nations Cup. Maybe they begin contribute to them. But yes, now I always say, again, I say, plenty till they can talk, but I don't talk all together. Now I could not forget the old players there. For the best part, they count their own support not for them. Now they take money, feed them in a camp, all the rest of it and all the rest of it.
The other thing where them be they talk to, they say most of the foreign base then they don't know side and they play. They say some man they can just go team up now one field and snap. Then when they send them and the one in a salon because the people that we can come overseas, then they say oh na camp, they not can vet them, they can just pay no more camp because everybody want to go inside the national team because mostly now they get woman them and all those things. Then send them now the what they will be the so.
Well, most of the time the players they will be in the camp. Now players they will be don't be top players. Right now, the league now say they sort of buy them go or sell them go. You understand? And so the players the way they team here, whether or not them in go or if they parade in Tumbu or Mohamed Kalon come, you understand? I mean, when they follow down and they up, one or two people in there, I know Solomon can put thing, you understand?
Yes.
Where they go for trial, you understand? They happy now all side now, you understand? When they go to trial, they not pass the trial, you understand? Or they still go for undergo more training. Well, I don't know if Solomon carry that news day. They say, "Well, that man na slide like in a corner, But me, I'm not any time way anybody they can win all the play ball abroad. We just come because they say name we come. As I say, we don't have all the names have been familiar names. You understand? If you're John Kister, you will not say you don't see John Kister. They play for East House before you go. We come back then kind of all the names them. All the way you go down the if you eat Tosta, you know say Tosta, you don't go, you don't come. You see Usayo Mara na in the candy na goal. You know say Usayo Mara be not the men for Salon there, don't go, you know say the men at Portugal. So we don't get I mean none unknown names don't come. Say Zone 2 Nations Cup. All the name they call now, you go say, oh yes, I don't say they play for national team stuff before you go. Yeah.
What was good about football back then?
Somebody mentioned Bodos. Say Bodos get some peace pass on Cementos. Look, now the peace, the togetherness. I mean, one, the recreation. Two, the entertainment, right? The fun. Then the man go there for one night's club. But when man don't work, it work from Fobe. It work from Fobe, my man, because it's allows to play. It eating Ghana. Then they talk say they go there kind of thing. Then Lions don't go beat Blackpool. say it reach for way back. It talk say that fan players, that funny one green on the players. That you know it's satisfaction. You see the satisfaction way they bring to people, you know, looking forward to like how anybody look forward for see Manchester United they play Liverpool and then kind of thing. We've been passed down this we be Lions and Blackpool in full. You understand? When football they play at that stadium day, you understand the image from Tena Kingdom. Honestly and truly, traffic not in at the road. Because the driver they all know looking. That'll be a real source of entertainment, of bringing people together. You understand? It's hard to describe what it holds. But as I say, I'm glad because we see say the government, but government will forget it because matter of you been the government we win zone 2 and the whole Nations Cup. I mean they did so well, you know, in just putting the financial support, the interest in it, and push we. We're gonna force the matter and push, encouragement, and dynamic we win immediately and come into power. So now the main thing that we then we can underestimate the social factor for the man we not get money for go buy rum, for go club, for go send on the bar, but it gets that money. And I end up in Europe, self. Understand? It just goes to the other. Man, me, when we come out, once game day, you look on Monday or Tuesday, a day. When I come out, as I come out preach, sometimes I go himself straight, I'm gonna come and go meet my players there. Yes, it was absolute satisfaction. One way I can never describe.
What's happened where real Republicans not there again?
Hey, bro, if I been get for bribe you, it's about bribe, and for bribe you know, ask me this question. Well, real Republicans na be conservative, and now is the na be football club where they gladly say, but we not boko. We can say we're Israeli, you understand? Because we get 2-3 big man them where they finance the club. One, Godfather, the founder, the grand chief patron, former inspector general, Mr. Bambi Kamara. You understand? We'll get one or two other top people in. So, after the takeover, the NPIC takeover, most of the people left, some of them die, who we know about, you understand? So, the finance, then, of course, maybe left. I managed to support the club almost single-handedly with 2-3 people left, I must confess, up to about 1998 when they left England, you understand? So, what they make like for now, because now few people have been financed the club, all man just see with the support the progress and lay back. During which happened in 1992, yes, 1992, when most of the financiers then, who had strong political connection anyway with the previous government that was overthrown, when they left really, we can't have for funds and go bankrupt. You see, God night can be what in that time, the next good old days they know me to talk about. The clubs were being financed by private individuals and businessmen. You understand? I'm saying Corona 1 or 2 business. If I want me to go Corona, we'll go meet people there for good money. You understand? Now it's different. Before the start of the Premier League, government reached club almost million. Then the progress. So we don't remember anytime government give money for start. One day. If I will place them, the government can take all the money in our hand, all the gate takings. You can't go. We will play game in that stadium days. That's what make it important. May go tell you something, and people will confirm. One time don't they? I not a story. Money not there for pay teacher then, right? Then if I say Shakatin, they will say I'm there, but they mean like this. The pack only it will make gala for play teacher.
So then play the game, then the get takings, then and then go use for pay teachers then.
Yes, you know this story, but Blackpool and Lions and Potloka Olympic 1980.
Tell me the story. Yes, tell me the story.
Well, a true story. Lions and Blackpool then play. Where you go imagine the crowd. After the game, they get all the money go state house because we be the place who the help the country because money not be in so then so can't go state house. Renting money. The following Saturday, you know who's team play, 2 teams and play. Now Potloko and Regents Olympic. Now then carry the gate takings back go state house. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Then the pastor he say, hey, how this money small so? Last week the money be plenty. Then they say, na potoke Olympic play this Saturday, I mean the money small. Then pastor he say, would have been played last week Saturday. Then they say na Blackpool and Lions. And pastor he say, you know, say it's let Blackpool and Lions play every Saturday. It's not a joke. Yes. You see, so that's not the one difference. Well, people in the way they do business and let them game. God bless the hearts of you must say in South Punjo Wuri. You understand?
Yes,
and manage them and then the way they let the Eastern Lions, they will do any kind of thing, you understand? You get God bless again, Pa Abasali, you see, Dr. Alpha who is a minister in that, you know, they want they let the club, you see. Somebody don't like to say, but make a man and say, when I'm a policeman, yes, but then you make a share fishes. Now, number 2, they have come. Why? How they come? Because we Republicans, we sell with him to Jamil. Jamil, I get Sarah Fishes. They call them Sarah Fishes. They don't lack nothing. They have come and beat they win a championship. So that be private financing, you know, from 5 private people. All that cut off. Now recently, after the war, after the Ebola, of course, you say football stop, all man begin complain, government in fault, government in fault. You know, but everyone say, we don't get time for blame. And they're right, because if money not in the business, a businessman make profit, try to give to charity. But again, with them, they use it for advertisements and all the rest of it. You see? So now the main difference that's where I see in real time, as you call it, the good old days, because the good old days, people they use them private finances for support the football team with the leg. And I think it still happen. It's still happen. And I don't forget person like Mr. Navo, we the AYV, they all support East Lions, young men really support that. So the good old days don't begin come back. Where somebody that would say always the good. No, the good old days don't begin come back. Seriously. They don't begin come back for football.
So take we along that feeling from Zone 2 for qualify for Nations Cup back then. Hi Bintalek. I could vividly remember where they become win the Zone 2. There was a motorcade, and I don't know for Musa if not be from Waterloo, then be start and take na stadium. I think I was part of that motorcade due to 1 or 2 reasons back then. And right after that, we can qualify again for the Nations Cup. Take we along how the preparation and how that thing they be happen.
Well, I just want to remind you, say the first Zone 2 where we win in 1993, win na Shaka Stevens Stadium, right? But also the first Zone 2 final that we play, also the first Zone 2 that we host. The first one we host, I think in 1983 or 1984, we lost the final to Senegal. But then I'm glad for the live streaming for loss, I'm glad we lost that final day. Because for the win down, the people don't for me brother, that crowd yonder. And the first final we witnessed, the tension. The glad women for come. Honestly and truly, we for waka pa people for dying that gate. Then you talk about motorcade. Well, that motorcade where you see for the Zone 2 we go member, the first one will be in 1993. The Monday following, the NPEC RC government starting na stress and I'm president, I'm chairman, you know, it make that Monday the holiday. Yes. So I think we'll get an willing to the motorcade, but na national stadium will win. We'll win a stadium. Honestly, we'll not be able to dance because we'll be intense. Because if we be lost, we can also be done to go one game. I think the first game we do with Guinea. Yes, maybe in na the camp at Kipsera. Then go meet some and picking and then cost bad word for that body. So we'll be afraid when we go lost that final, you know, for the cost meeting today. You know, so motorcade the enjoyment tune during the Zone 2, yes, it'll be classic. Then Just after that, we still up and glad now just win one match, just like how Salon beat Benin, so and qualified now up a Volta or one of now in some country way. You see them Benin, I don't tell you the evidence zone to the one of the country more. When they think for play, what they play Benin and we don't send for international player. We local students a bit we do with them, but they don't try. So but when we qualify for go to New Zealand 19, that was a big thing. That was a real big thing, But now I say they not go dance for common nations cup because all the nations cup will go. We know win no match. Until we win this term. You see, we know we I believe say after win the zone 2 with stadium, we win them twice away. So you're right. You would have been referring to possibly 31 in 96 and 98 years. Now Nations Cup will not get locked pad, but we don't win zone 2 3 times. 3 times. 1 at home, 2 away. And in a celebration. I mean, you can bring people together.
Zone 2 still there or zone 2 not there again?
Well, I think I'm calling now
Why not the Wafu?
Something. And out and drum, it's a good point to get for find out. Then do such that I think they make an when you win you zone, call on zone 2, you automatically qualify for Nations Cup. Not taking the word for it, but I think that we win, so we technically go straight to a Nations Cup, but it's not being celebrated the women is celebrated before. Again, that's something I've been want to find out, so I go to but then with the lecture we go on a slap and all I forget to find out.
There was this time where we come very close for qualify for World Cup. I think that South Africa that then games then they be play, but unfortunately will not be make them. Then then they waiting to be the spirit like.
The spirit been good. If you imagine, even though I'm not in managing that thing, but that's all we missed for the World Cup. It was after we don't beat Nigeria.
Yes.
And that's, just after we beat Nigeria. And I think something just go wrong. They seen them by default. That people could draw one game or by goal difference. It was very, very, very close. But one thing somebody mentioned, one of the platform here we tend to forget that Salon we don't go under 17 World Cup, what now Finland or so at one time, but we can forget to mention that I think Paul Parker and this Galompane one they didn't go, of course. Yes, in terms of World Cup, I mean that's our highest achievement under 17 World Cup. And since we're talking about football, some other achievements we can tend to forget now the female football. We don't go very far. We don't go very far in female football. I don't go with the female national team who beat Ghana inside Ghana at the time where Leone Stars normally for beat Ghana. Yes. What I tell go Nigeria, we go in Nigeria, the Nigerians and the club for them to do better. One thing we can forget why we talk about football that believe it or not, now we Guinea can look with football. We begin to women's football na Salon before Guinea. That's a no. They can't copy from we. Guinea don't go women's World Cup. So when you talk about good old days, you're quite correct. People don't even know stuff. Somebody can play plenty. They play like a person like Ekundaya Williams, Musu Pele, and so on. You understand? This are one picture when a big woman now, a Milash. Those. I mean, we get a full women's football league, complete one. You understand? In real one, we begin women's football before Boku country. So when you talk about good old days, the real good old days to talk about. You see, if we can just come halfway no more into bringing things like that, you understand? I mean, it's real. That's make us see that's Cobalt Day. You know what that's Cobalt Day?
How we come about?
No, the significance of that Cobalt Day. I like what about history.
Okay. Take way along, sir.
You see, that's Cobalt Day. That's Cobalt Day. Now, the Republicans supporters that they sit up. Stand 7. They stand with it, and that's Cobalt stand 7. Understand? One day, one game, though, they can play music. Then they announce that they announced that the one stadium sound system. Say, hey, they are waiting in that scoreboard. Yeah, when I take 10 smoke. When they look at the scoreboard, say, they say the smoke. I don't tell you them the smoke, but you can imagine. Hey, that Republican scoreboard, when they play Blackpool, my brother, we supporters, they don't smoke. Say, when Blackpool score away, hey, now they dance. They don't know that scores because the firewood is smoke with them. I think we don't know if that firewood is smoke, but I mean, they see smoke. Yes, now interesting. Yes, stand 7. Stand 7 enjoyment stand. Yes.
So who that get stand 7 right now?
Nobody knows take capacity for being Republican. When I was Republicans, no, I don't know. I think it could be the smokers 11 because stand 7 for smoke. I don't know what I told that. Yes. But we'll come back. When they come back with Republicans, so we'll come back when they take stand 7. Now we'll get stand 7. Well, Nigeria being so, I don't know if all, I think all the football team again stand. The major stand, I think if we get stand 21, they forget safe. And a Blackpool then stand 20 at the Lions. For some reason, Lions and Blackpool, they close together. I think they're not the same.
So this competition between Lions and Blackpool, it don't deal like a it from time?
Yes, so when they begin play football, that's a lot. I think Blackpool in the Soko 11, or East and West. It's an East and West rivalry. Yes, from 10. Yes, Lions and Blackpool. Powerful, and winning. And just when you talk so safe, I'm look Facebook, now see crowd them at the switch a bit, then get an all-side Ghana, the defense ticket for Sunday match between Ashatin Kotoko and Accra Sofo. I just remember Lions and Blackpool. Ghana now putting defense ticket for Sunday match. They don't get stuff. Yes. Now so Lions and Blackpool. Yes. Now showdown. Yes. Now real showdown. Now whole football na salon. Yes. So answer your question. Yes.
So no wonder we Papa Sheki say every Saturday the Lions and Blackpool go to play. Because remember, even this the league where President Biokam we start the first game, maybe this alone, when a Lions and Blackpool, it was sold out.
Yes.
It was sold out perfectly. And I don't know today way that trend is still the flow between Lions and Blackpool. Even though me a Blackpool supporter, I don't know what's going on with the team, but I believe so they come. We still better pass Republicans on the again.
Asuka. Let's say if they call Republicans Bengoni Levy.
Okay.
Well, culture. They decide for do all kinds of for football. So man go to vex why they talk so. Me not even Opulski. Once I for play Blackpool. Me don't know, but they say follow win that game they for go sleep la Bengo. I don't know if they sleep la Bengo no. But what you know is for going inside the field, don't come on, yes. We're gonna go past. You're not gonna believe this. Now Ascension, tongue Bengo. They'll jump over the wall. You understand? I think can side it now. Can win the game. Blackpool, they give it good beats. For that
Paulie Bengo we sleep in take place. They still lost the game.
Them Blackpool Jackson they call Bengo the Levy. Thank you, James. James said Port Parker not to be part of the Finland team. Alaji say stand heavy now mostly for smoking. You don't know if that firewood killing it. I think it's still smoke. Yeah, but you see, it's all following. Remember, it's all in line with what you talk about good old days. You see, people begin remember. Yes, it was amazing. It was all in good fun. We can call it the Goni Levy. So one for win games, there you go past. And the bit where they beat them, I think you 3 or 4 notes. Mm-hmm.
I don't able to find another picture. I don't know if you seen at the screen. I find another picture where the good old days back then. You get Kono Stars, then you get Kenema 11. I don't know. Yes, I see them say Saifuddin number 10. I don't know if that name they ring any bell to you.
Oh yes. That's that get for FA Cup. We still to the end because That must be where they just open stadium. Because notice, they don't say Diamond Stars, they say Corner Stars.
Corner Stars, yes.
Then it say Kenema 11. Yeah, then I open. It must be when they just open. We all man, that is there for tell you. We will be against them, then gala them. We we need to train it. I see one we a few media book. Now my friend now on Facebook, Mr. Alfan Cook himself, they watch. He got a smile too. Yes, yes. But they left them match indeed. Yes, yes, yes. You know, it was good time. It just confirmed. That's so they just confirmed. I say it's okay. They get gala. We go from 2:00. We sit on there.
Because now then they don't ask how long the game they play in a stadium. Now 1 game, now 2 game, now in the evening. What it be look like?
Well, when you get the regular league where they play, the car with the play, so you understand. There are times where you get home and away, depending on the way name. Other times home and away. Then when the league done, because you get the problem like how league in the now way Europe. Yeah, the league done now we get a UEFA Cup and all three they go now, you understand it? Now Europe league done. When league done, then all man is going to call gala. You call club them, you hire the stadium, the club them play, then you get the gate takings. Right? When another thing day now you can get all the club they can play. Some they play for government or for association, but for answer your question, league me they go league. Oh, you saw them they play. You get 3 matches at least during the week. I don't say you get league match Tuesday. You definitely get Thursday. At times you get Friday if they get postponement. Then of course you get match Saturday and Sunday. Again, there are times where depending on how the league they go, it could be 1 match per day. But some Saturday and Sunday they way you can get 2 league matches. You know how they do them. With all due respect, if they say 2 teams they were not a crowd puller. They can make them start like at 2:00. You understand?
So it was all about the money and the crowd.
Well, yes, because it was self-financing.
Yes,
Remember,
yes.
when you get the second match, they play on the floodlight too. I don't know, still not to play on the floodlight. We on floodlights, that'll be normal. That'll be normal because in 2 nights, for see the game on the floodlight. Every Saturday and Sunday, we still floodlight. So with all due respect to them, let me put local and Olympic, then go play 2:00. Then done like 4:30. The other match begins 6:00. You know, it plays the place that it was beautiful. You know, that's what I'm saying. So we don't be the member tell me they say government don't give money. They tell they ask for government for give money now for they go on international or something. We'll feel for buy tickets. But the stadium be the run itself. Yes. So yes. So it was and the convenience again. You know, so you keep the big matches them for the weekend because man see the big matches them. But even midweek self meaningful. So yes, we get matches 3-4 times a week.
Okay. I want to Leone start small. Because we see lately the trend where they happen when then they go if not any international match, the technical team and the players they tell like say each player they get 1 person is like at par. Now then they get if not 22 players, you will get 22 and people already represent the technical team. Now so be done they be back then?
No, we're not going to get too many people as far as I can remember. I mean, if minister they go, deputy minister not get for go. I'll tell you, say 10 on the way Leone Stars don't go. We the team manager go, mean assistant team manager and go because because of the number of tickets we be available. Like for instance, South Africa Nations Cup and not go. As to the talk, I think no. Although
because they send them when they say una no they go so like that way you talk so then you say that the bigger legend then can put some girlfriend inside it for go.
Why pull one name months? 1 particular of 10 days if I go now, who are not going to say the guys not going to give the ticket. Yeah, I tell me. I mean, I turn on newspaper. Why look at it? I turn away newspaper. Yes, but if I talk the particular competition, people don't go know. Yes. I'd say so. Yes, no, yes. Everybody, it's yeah. But I don't remember when they get what's it really happen. The extra delegates are not going to go through,
Okay.
That's what we so
now they see them appear from the different locations.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I think happy. There's already a hotel, it's like a boys' quarters. I don't know put any player. Then go to that 7-star hotel, So that's what they could say. Can make long line. They can't take it and call and then handshake what they can do before football start. Like say, hey, so they are them in the you're right. You know, see them, but they don't go to. Yes.
Musa Content on Facebook. I don't know if you don't see. They ask a question. Say if you remember or if you can confirm about one. Is it a Ghanaian player also? Atia Banda. He say I don't know. He don't know if na Lions or Blackpool and then be recruits and that thing day. It was a good disappointment. Then be say if you remember anything, make you explain small.
Atia Banda come. Now, my young man, he come, you understand? You see, Salome get older. So, they meet him, they ask her for a paper. Immigration, how we cannot be tongue, you understand? Now, you know, get.
So Salome, they ask for paper, then tend in.
Well, I mean, some kind of thing he do, maybe he commit crime or whatever, you understand? Okay. Anyway, we Republican people now with this CID. So, we all put on a CID, you understand? When they talk, now, how we, waiting be waiting, you know, be. Now, word come out na CID, they say, hey, that player winner at say Banda winner so country. It don't come out. It did na CID. Now in Blackpool allows them begin fetch now for go round undercover for pulling player at say Banda.
Okay.
The team, this man that's launched now Lions, now they get nothing that I found the play for Lions. Now Lions, now they succeed now whatever they put within and they pay their highest price anyway. Now they put at say Banda. And na CID. That game the nine Lions, but they don't tell all man who say at the Banda they go play for them. Hey, brother, you listen me?
Yes, sir.
You know go for season house. Hey, nine game begin. At the Banda, no, at the Banda in a bench. First maybe wait at the Banda, grab with the one more. Hey, the Lions, but if you did the lana, na pele na no cancel. Nine put at the Banda na field if you clap. Hey. The first ball where they pass to Atiye Banda go for go, kick the ball, it chap. Then they clap for it. They send a style. Hey, Lions man, they get sense. The Lions man, they clap, they send a style. But they give out the one again, they go for the ball pass under his foot, then clap back, they send a style. Hey, 3-4. Atiye Banda no for touch number. Now in the beginning, they say, hey, what is that? I don't know. Well, you don't believe. They're going to touch you, but that was not easy. The last one, the cancer we now say. We were some policeman go arrest Atiye Banda. Yes. They're going to be this guy, man. They said, I'm going to go put for Atiye Banda. Therefore, return the money. Now, seriously, it's also be being talk, and I'm bringing talk. Yes, Atiye Banda. I would never forget Atiye Banda. That was Monday. Now with the sense, and they go by Atiye Banda. They say something.
So Atiye Banda, was he not a player or not just because I be Ghanaian then and we get the other Ghanaian players that we can come and play, so then we just feel say na be a good player, but they not ever try can put on a field just like that.
I believe the player only Atiye Banda.
Oh.
It's just like the time they win one player they win a win. This man goes say Atiye Banda. I want to say Atiye Banda don't come with a footballer. Hey, the enemy might say let's play cool. Let's go practice. Say no, like me, I used to be but then now go Atiye Banda and they go look at Atiye Banda. That's it now. They don't talk now. Say the player wouldn't get. It's a bit play past that fan.
Okay.
You know, with that fan, Lions man and great on me padile. They don't see Atiye Banda yet. They don't talk say good pass that fan.
Pastor then begin cross ball gear Atiye Banda then
the first one, the man missed the ball and clap for the man and send a style. And like me because they lost. Now I say, hey, I say that this one. Now I say, hey, wait. I say, all right. But me I know that loud, so they're gonna say Atiye Banda. I'm telling you, ask Musa go. Nobody knows Atiye Banda go. Yes.
What's in one of the memorable things that we can sit on back and think back in the days about the soccer? What thing can come to mind where can just make you smile?
And one particular game, 1980, Monday we no go remember. right? Lions Republicans. If you ever hear them talk about Aua 45,
Yes.
well, now one panning Galade. Right? This stadium just opened. Stadium opened 1979. That game day, it is 1-1. Full house. So the Minister of Sports, he a candle for can make sign to the referee so let blow game over because cup been there for that game day. For blow game over, so the game go play back Sunday. More crowd will come. On the stroke of the 45, because you see the clock. Now Aua score. You know why they talk about Aua 45?
Yeah.
Aua 45 now the game that I don't ever forget, I understand. For several things. Aua not play nothing on that game day. The possibly play that game day real nabe Atumensa, backed by Ismail Daifan. Now Aua no more than dance for the Milan party there. Aua 45. That game I not ever forget. Anybody who missed that Lions Republicans in 1980, I'm not think say go forget that game day. It was a beautiful match. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a beautiful match. Yes, now the match I remember. Plus, it's all win zone too. I mean, that satisfaction, that joy of the whole country. Well, I don't ever see the country rejoice as one. So again, God will make we do well for Nations Cup. That's not the too extreme, but all the time in football, not alone. In fact, the time that this stadium will show so, and the best time in my life, that's alone. Really, I won't change it for anything. That's why whenever I go back now for one thing to make my contribution back to football, it was wonderful.
So back then, the names them because we don't hear Awa, Atomensa, Ben, all the names them. How the Ghanaian then take come inside with football?
Sing me Tranga na Ghana after Jerry Rollins take over. Right? It could be 79-ish, I think. Yes. You know, then I tell the history, say, with all due respect to the Ghanaians there, that man, they take into wash sometimes, go in a shop, go buy toothpaste. You know, they measure the toothpaste by the brush. We never get to that stage, yes. So, but definitely, the hardship make the players then left Ghana come. These were players playing for Ghana, Hatsufuk, Ashati, Kotoko. You know, so Republicans, Blackpool, Fisheries, and Lions, we just say that's for them. You know, and at that time, those were real good old days in your team. Governing players, then they come, we rent those, put them, we don't have, normally the works of begin. In fact, them begin bring the semi-professional thing into football. Because players then, we don't be paid as such. We just give them small thing. But then players then they come, we begin pay them, put them on salary. So we don't play then some big question say, hey, but if you pay to Mensa, why you no go pay we? You understand? And the rest, you pay why you no pay we. So we nothing will begin pay players then. Now hardship in Ghana, now I'm bringing them come, you know, and they did very, very well for lift the standard of football. I think the three teams that we always get Ghanaian players, and they were wonderful. You know, that in terms of the discipline, the technique, everything. Yeah, they were good. Yeah. But the problem in Ghana, I'm being in camp. Yeah. At the time.
Okay. So, we can't leave you now. And
Yeah.
make we come with Daniel Oldfield because I think say some talk then the way you don't talk, we don't able for rekindle some things them inside. So what do you want left with today?
Well, I have to say I'm impressed with with the interest, you know, where the one who be young man them get. You understand? One person we I want to encourage for continue na Mohamed Kalon. Right? You know, get on position out of interest, they do a lot. And of course, to me, my young man who can be my son, John Kista. John Kista, I'm not surprised. I mean, the Kista, they play football, right? I mean, Uncle Edward Kista for Lions and in Daddy Back John Kista, those are powerful footballers. So John Kista didn't have the right space. You know, adopt me up to the whole management of Leone Stars. And of course, the players in the Leone Stars. And also the best thing for anybody who they play football in Australia that will play for Leone Stars. And then the ones the way they manage all the clubs them, the competition. I really salute to them because now under difficult circumstances, and all they do well. You see, people in a parade, approve school, different places them, you understand? People in say football, they happen, football, they happen. You understand? Football, they happen at saloon. And a young men, them, they give them time. They train and players, then they will play with determination. All the small field, they have young man and young bobo, and they play ball with talent, So they say, want to continue doing what you're doing, you understand? Want to do a great job. So the new Slaffer chairman, Mr. Braimer, just keep it up, sir. You don't be in the game for long, And me believe, say, me believe, say, saloon football. Now decide the law is so, then they rise again. Me get it, and it go happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I be don't say na the last one, Dandy. But you see me, Triple I they support Leone Star, but Leone Star they ask for support. Leone Star really ask for support. The thing you go don't knock your head for them so on that careless one, na so they can make. But where they can get them big team them. Now the time you they see Leone Star team up like that with big cutting tigi. Do you have from team na so Leone Star be done dey? Say now, not for your big names. Now that ended in the tawa better one. Who say if you say then go just go get to walk over, they happen so.
Well, it comes from the management, not from the players.
Okay.
You understand? Well, I say management. I'll always say from the Slaffer side, not from the players. You see, because as a player or as a manager, when you are in the game, say you need to take non-team as a team because the only one on the field, you understand. But in terms of the patient, if I get a call, players them from abroad, if in a team where they imagine say we're not a big team, as you say, I don't know how you classify the team, but really, if Salon they play Ghana, Salon will begin prepare quick one.
Exactly.
You understand? As opposed to maybe with all the SM, maybe they play up at Volta, we don't begin. I don't know, maybe Gambia, I don't know, call them team, they don't develop, And so now they default lie, right? I don't know how much preparation they don't begin out to safe for even Nations Cup, but all the other countries they don't begin. Now the preparation side, now for gear up for all matches, you understand? As you normally see, one of each other feel all equal. So come by with you say whether in a big country or a small team. You understand? The preparation for being top notch. So give maximum support to team managers and the one they will do with the players from the scratch. And that will move ahead.
One for say plenty thank you to you, sir, for your time today where you can spend. We believe say down the road we'll go count you back. Let's continue the conversation.
Oh, honestly, you can call me anytime. Jesus, really short notice. If you are not
not just give long term small.
No. As you mentioned football, you look at the sleep. I can talk anything but the experience of salon football. I don't need notice. You wake me while you sleep safe. I go talk. Ask me Mr. Oldfield. He will tell you.
They are right now.
I know it is
right now, yes.
He not say whether in football, he gonna smiley. All right, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's na Winston Crispin Weber. Na be one-time assistant team manager for Leone Star. And we don't talk boku one about the Real Republicans, day again. I hope say we like the conversation. But we'll talk about sport, even though at the good old days, we not come with our own chairman, Daniel Oldfield from Edmonton, Canada. Yes, Daniel, we know say Winston don't talk them about the good old days, how the football be there today, and now when they don't chuk something them by you. So what you self one can add?
Triple, I don't know if you get me.
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, I want to say I hope and pray say Mr. Weber be able to do for this program. With it because all the things in the way talk where it's so chook me that I know be at school. I just come out so tired from teaching at school. But why area but sports? But me they say football, sports. It can tingle me too bad. I want to let you know say Triple, the likes of Mr. Weber, the likes of Mr. Crispin Weber, we have been one of the best Sierra Leone's best analysts. In fact, Mr. Weber na post away I've been team manager, assistant team manager for Leone Stars, and team manager for Real Republicans. Already Mr. Weber talk now 100% to I can let people know say from where the likes of Mr. Weber they were the real lovers of football. The real true lovers, now them for they call themselves football stakeholders. But from where them pull them, from where Mr. Weber then come overseas, where we get the one, then now they go knock their chest, now then so-called football stakeholders, and then bring into politics, now then football begin go down the doldrums. Trust me, I will say this emphatically without no hesitation. Trust me, Mr. Weber then them, and then they pull money, and they work in American embassy, and they work in a top position, and then they spend money until where the brother from Ghana begin come out and can bring when money begin come inside. That's them player then a broke the book there. So Mr. Weber say that with regards that player what they say in him na Ayite Abanda. He is a Cameroonian, na fisherman. In Ayite Abanda. Now we this for them in Colwell has been just say for good look away. Not of in game a poto na practice. That's in the lounge to practice na Bailo Barry they feel na old Daniel. Now in that's in we get the likes of late Ishmael Daifan, Simon Awa, we get Philip Bockman, Lounge get Philip Bockman and get Atumensa and so other player there. John Johnson there. Now in them go this player, this man here come na fisherman. In a trolla it. I don't know the wooden color now. That's in the Republicans being la Bambe in charge of Republicans. So they hold this guy as illegal, somebody will cancel alone. Land them bundle and go say this. We go there, that thing they so happen after we come our own spark na that World Cup. Where Ujamila been go pull name na that World Cup 1982. The second World Cup we come on, that is it was 86. Where Ujamila go pull them around that 10 day. Line that guy they come on come off fresh. So now they say the way they decided, now one come on say, hey, una sit down that one powerful Cameroon player don't come on Cameroon. They even say na Jamila and border. So the one then I filter like the football pala, like the football arena. Nine Lions great player talk the mighty Blackpool. But that's the Republicans they stand Blackpool. Although Republicans will get man they will get one like Mr. Weber them they spend. But when they say Blackpool Lions na follow the Allah awa na kisi na blind in the put money. So na that what they reach eventually for cut matter short. La Lions go pay boku money na CID them pull out. Now them go take course for at least around Bombay Street. Then them go take course and furnish deals. Ma what they no say they say them left and force. It been tired way they jail. That's what happen. Now with this, me when they talk to you, so me Daniel Lowfield at the SLBS, we get late Samuel John they we own. And then you get late John Okabo and Conrad. Well, the old three don't die now. Now, four in the waka. Lions man, they go put you to late Sao Paulo. They pull me in the SLBS. Now, Motoka go take we. They say, can go cover the best player we don't can in Africa. Now we this way go there. That's in the papa. Open you we they sell that them sorting mat near CID. Now they didn't come put the journalists there for. So I think they told the journalists. But I've been the top one. Then they ride with you like saying a convoy. They can't go to that field. If you see that field, people, not only game. If you see that practice, people they pay all for go. Not only they don't put this guy though, they don't date. We don't go put you in a special place. If you see, then they collect money all for this guy. You know that fan now. Let that fan line that fans. We don't warm up. That's in a caller has been the coach Lions. Now they say, well, this guy can perform. Then send ball with a call. As the fan come out, I think the other player, I don't know if they been Lindo himself come out. Now they send ball. Now to mention now we go cheap ball. Ball with that guy for chap. You don't want this person chap put in belly. That guy chap put in belly. People for in one green. Them ball you know Atomensa be sabi dribble. So now Atomensa dribble. He chip the ball to guard. Now for us just the ball can do a controller score. That thing have been this guy in the bench for Lions. Oh God, I don't forget to have been the bench for Lions. So now the guy chap. So they say, okay, oh no, now miss na style make. Then play other ball nine little John Johnson. Little John Johnson himself doing dribble nine layer. I just say beat Asana Jones nine layer. When the guy they chap, the ball go behind. You know Lions man there. And they say, Then talk one bad something away. I know talk that this picking away. And they say, the journalist said they are. It chap like a footer, practice done. That in the Lions get 2 weeks for go play Blackpool. So look, when they jump on the that day they broke all the window at the also. I don't know now one Lions man get was around Bombay Street. Then when they reach they send them for arrest as soon Mr. Weber. So they send them for arrest. So then they don't they don't allow them for go game safe. Now practice I didn't do with her. They tell you. That's in the Lions.
So
now,
you know ever play for Lions. You know ever play.
You don't play. Now the practice happen. Now Mr. Weber forget that. You don't play. Now that practice I didn't boss in top. In fact, if not to have been guided, if not to have been guided, they mean for kill and that did. Now that by the in field, I don't know if garage they don't mix now. Minerals garage them don't get there. I don't know if you don't change now. Who be did it? I say we. That did it. Lions people that say no for interview. They no one say and they no one hear on the radio. That's it. Maybe they do talking sports. Mr. Weber na one para me panelist. They said yeah. What's in be na we go na money learn. It would actually you know beaucoup black man they go there. That's in end up all effect. We black man they begin laugh. We become that's in the way they say football not the play now AAA. Football not the play now. The when is Ghanaian them begin come. When the Ghanaians they begin come, that's the big problem. Me na one post will be the dinner stadium. The Ghanaians have been to see where a dark skin have been strong, made flat. They been to see me. That's in the natural and talk AAA. With the Ghanaian they come. Now actually you see then soup, then bar soup. Then they cut them half. Then they load them na put one to load them toothpaste. Then they buy flask. Not to they say I witnessed it all. So the tool as soon as they lay inside it. Yes, things were tough in Ghana. Very, very tough. So all the things Mr. Weber talking are true. Well, I'm telling them being semi-professionalism of football. But going down the road, what I tell you, AAA, now the people who wouldn't bring now for football will not get no business. Not even football, sports. 95% of the people away nowadays from the minister kingdom, they don't get no business for the sports. Because people that did it, they don't know what you got a lot. So I will talk tomorrow. But I can tell you, 95% of the people who are really supposed for the passports, they're not did it right now. They're not did it. From the director of sports, from the minister, they all know have been nothing about sports. Trust me, I will tell you this for free. This is why they go thump your chest, with him they go play, they go begin practice with him. No. The man in there for keep an eye. And I tell this to the minister now. And what he tell no Sabian. He's not the minister of football. He is the minister of sports. That is one thing way bad. The minister and the directors, these people are not for football, not for lead delegation. Go, no, we care for responsible for sports, not of football. No, we'll not get a ministry of football. We have a ministry of sports. That is pissing me off, but maybe tomorrow, that could be for tomorrow. But I can tell you, I go like if Mr. Weber will join me tomorrow. These are the guys, Mr. Weber and others. They are the guys, certain the people who they say SLF meeting, SLAFA meeting. We didn't take 2 money. Then they all tell them then they on their candle. That's the alcohol in books in the car. You see Mr. Gibson for Blackpool or Mr. PH Bangora. You see Olympic. That's the way then they talk football per meeting. But now you see them they go talk. Then when they quote law, you see our Kodonka begin quote them, but then big football law. Then he talk say now Ojaman na be now Ojaman na be Agban society. When she don't talk, so that means we do not belong to football for the day. Then some do their own bad later on, but the tend to them in the triple. You get them PH Bangura there, you get them HF there, then tell you get Mr. Weber there, you get them Mr. You know, them Sir Opo, you know, them man and didn't put on they spend per sportsmen. But here is the situation now where everybody did not. The only person who has to do well passport, of course, is a Plenana Mohamed Kalou. You got few others, but the rest of them only came down for money. Trust me, that's now look at who they about the stars. Win no win. Look at who they you know. This player not been there, that they not been there. So no. The Olympics they start. The Olympics they start na Japan. Now the swimming team don't go practice on not on the salon side na sponsorship what they get from out. Well, when they come back, so tell them go. But I can let people know say the basketball team, the beach basketball team, as of the last 2 years, Salou was rated the best in Africa. But look what happened to the Bobode. The team like that, they allowed the team for perish because the Bobode not able for go play the qualifying. In Africa, for just like the swimming team go qualify outside. 2 with them fetch good one for themselves. Now so the Bobode they for go qualify and they for go do something. The last Commonwealth Games, the Bobode they stretch to Australia, inside Australia. They push Australia to the last minute. Australia go win, from 15 points to Magna Lim did it. So I just say this because we like sports. I don't report sports over 40 years. Over 40 years in a salon. And one day I step at the door. So if we not put with what they call state, now we get the right people at the right place. The likes of Mr. Weber there, the likes of Alpha Coca there, these guys, Paube there, Saidu Mansari them, these guys knew football, they knew sports, you know. But now, unfortunately, the one that they choose the sports people then, it's a pity. Leone Stars don't qualify. Yes. But at the same good old days, me have been Blackpool man before I begin report.
No, no want to do this again. No want to do.
No, I let it again. I let it again.
Well, not talk about myself.
Not talk about reporter. No, me have been called reporter. Where Republicans, I want to tell you something. Where Republicans and Lions, 1980. Where Lions beat Republicans. That's in the, I've been just be a cop reporter. I've been just still a Blackpool stand. We all call Candle. Rather than half of the team then are West End, Edwards, Blackpool, all really support Republicans. Then Ports Authority, I'm not too sure, but Lions been there on top. I mean, of course, the team, the Republicans will get Ghanaians then, Blackpool will get Ghanaians then, will get Lions will get. So this was the height of saloon football. When that game there happened, as Mr. Weber said, that boy did not play better. I want to play better, but Papa, between Joseph Toby, Amadou Appel, Edward Campbell, and Philip Ware, the goalkeeper, and Iowa, the quick person is stretching foot. The heel of him, the tip of him boots and touch the ball. 90 minutes, Papa. That time the minister, Sanusi said he don't left the goal. It is Sanusi said, SHO boy, 1.2. Fellow, like that thing that happened. And me, who's only done a Blackpool stand 72, slipper, we can do that. You can see fair too. After the game, Lions fans them for past goal. These were the time which football when they talk. I hope we'll be maintain that they will maintain that momentum there. We'll be for the places. But let's see. But the crop of the people and they did it now, simply, I've been wish not so in the Apple last year has gone by. Me not be Blackpool man, but now me not reporter. I wish Blackpool can to back. Because Mr. Weber, it's a shame when the left Republicans far back. You know good. The Lions now
you don't tell you say Republicans get for comeback, so they wait.
Well, that time they were saying Republicans, but then past that been gone. Mr. Weber not talking.
I tell me, they sleep on that.
I mean, they go past that been gone. When they go past that been gone, Blackpool go tumble. Just like let's hope the team Blackpool and Lions. Just imagine, team in the kind of field with helicopter. Can you imagine? Blackpool and out with I don't know if I've been Blackpool out, Lions out helicopter, Blackpool out Pajero. You know, they're telling you these were competitive times. Even in athletics, you get except the way they own. We get team they actually before game play, we get juniors them. Simply. There were junior players. There were junior players in all the teams, so they were the feeders. They were the feeders to the senior team. But now all them teams they know them. And if we not go back to the grassroots, people the coach me happen, all the teams that they get juniors. We have to go back to for those days. We will get junior team, we'll get senior stars, we'll get shooting stars, we'll get Leo stars. So the team then the plans and the progress. But now what in the Apple, the plans and the progress. That is too bad, my brother. We will do that tomorrow. I don't know if you got more question for me.
No, I think Winston don't say go join with tomorrow. So by God power,
that's gonna be awesome.
Come with
that's gonna be awesome.
Spot. Then he say
Republicans
awesome. Will rise again. Who they wait?
Oh well, I wish so. Then Blackpool self will rise again.
Please, I don't tell you Shelley not talk about Blackpool. Not talk about Blackpool.
Because I mean I sympathize. I mean not to.
No, not sympathize with we self.
I get for put money. I get for put money. But no, tomorrow we'll talk more.
All right.
But this year, I so appreciate it. Let God bless all people.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's Daniel Oldfield, all the way from Edmonton, Canada. And we know saying now we own sports reporter now. And I know say Winston become and talk certain things then we make himself yam nine body grab and himself not but this there are certain things and they we are not go forget out of today's own conversation. This one for this player where Lions for my reason things they don't get the best player And the other one where Papa Sheki say, wait, now other than we been playing and saying Lions and Blackpool, he say, okay, every Saturday the Lions and Blackpool play. Yes, we know say those times now be kind of one kind way, but you can imagine then they play football for pay teachers. Eh? Imagine that too. Okay. But now we still sign a government the give for make football play. I think that's nice. And I hope say we don't get on good. Now one green person I don't know if he able for call I for be lek because we not the open any today or we don't done. But somebody be there will be the comment. Is it James? I try for look for the person again. If he able for call James Stevens. I think himself get small idea for this good old days soccer or sport where we talk about James Stevens. I don't know if James Stevens still did it or you don't go. Now you know more one left the mouth open for make we bring you come. Maybe you self get one or two things way because when we be they get the conversation, you self be get some things the way you be they bring come up. I don't know if you still did it, but I know see you comment again. Maybe depend on who say you day. And then sleep down patter you. Or maybe duty calls, you know. But anyway, since James Stevens not there, now we go lock all team for today. Tell me say you not get them nice. We'll talk today. We'll get one politics business now. That's not the beauty of the good old days. Even if they point out things them, it no means say politics like politics so they talk. You can feel free for point out anything and nobody no go vex. That's the beauty of the good old days. Eh? No local thing. And we go there back tomorrow. Yeah? Tomorrow, you? Hi. I can't assure you say. Hey. Right. People they left. Okay? Everything palava. I will just use Abu White for Rondon. Okay.